everyone, I'm in the car driving. I am heading to my head psychic advisors of the family. Once a month we have a meeting, so that's where I'm going. But we're going to do a quick psychic talk while I'm driving. Let's talk about that Atlas 3 thing. Supposedly people think it's a meteor. What I'm going to say is this. Do you think that out of this vast space that we have, that we are the only existing living beings in the whole universe? Space never ends. It goes on and on and on forever. There's thousands of planets up there, other solar systems. And I think it would be foolish to think that of all the space out there, that we're the only living beings on this planet. So, with that being said, I believe that there are other entities out there. There's other living things out there. I'm not going to say they're human. They may kind of mimic humans, but I think that the only human things are the ones on earth, because, we were made by Christ and we're in His image. Okay, so who made the other living things? Think about it. There's a scripture that says that, during Armageddon, that when Jesus comes back, He's going to fight Satan on the ground and in the air. So what does that mean to you? In the air. Flying saucers, spacecrafts, there's demons flying around. Yeah, that's what that means. So to think that we're the only ones out there, that would be foolish. But everyone has the right to think what they want to think. I just putting it out there that me, myself, what I can see is that they're real, they exist, they're flying around, and in our days of when the coming tribulation, it does state that, the Bible does state. So, like I said, I do believe they're out there. I do believe they're flying around. I do believe we are in the tribulation, and that's why they're appearing more. Months and months ago, I did a prediction video where I said that they would start appearing more. There would be more talks of them, and it's a biblical prophecy. It's certain, so it's something that you can't change. Something that's not going to happen. I mean, it's a prophecy. A lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people have forgotten about what the Word says. And maybe you should start reading that, because when a lot of things do start happening, you're going to want to know that information. So, now, months and months ago, I did say that China and Russia would merge together, which they're doing that now. Years ago, I predicted Trump would win twice. That's happened. I predicted months and months and months ago that he would lead us into war. That's happening. I mean, it's a lot that's coming. You should be prepared. I have a message for water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You're going to get some unexpected money at the end of the month of October. Maybe in September, maybe the end of the month in October, there's going to be unexpected money coming your way. fire signs, I'm seeing truths coming out, either about you or something for your eyes to see. So, yeah. And then earth signs, I see work coming towards you, better opportunities for making money and making your own money at that. So that's a good thing. Air signs, I see love coming towards you in a way that you would never expect. I see for air signs, Gemini, live in Aquarius, I see marriages, I see babies being born, I see new homes being built, new relationships being formed. So air signs are pretty lucky for the rest of the year. So there was a cop up ahead, so I had to slow down a little bit. Don't want to get a ticket. We're going to talk about Charlie Kirk, the man that was assassinated earlier. What bothers me about this is he said a lot of terrible things about black people, women, other races. And I know that, you can have whatever opinion you want about people. But in my eyes, he was a horrible man. And then his family's praising him like he was this god or something, allegedly. No. God has a way of silencing people when they're doing wrong. And I'm going to tell you a story, okay? Because his speech allegedly was what the problem was. He would say terrible things about black people and, so he got silenced in the throat. God has a way of taking you out when you're doing something wrong, allegedly. So I knew this man years ago. This woman had come to me and said that she was raped by this man, and she was a young girl. She was leaving the house after babysitting. She was 17 years old. She was leaving the house babysitting. The man grabbed her and pulled her into an apartment nearby. She yelled and yelled, screaming and screamed, but nobody ever heard her. So he drug her into a room where he started covering her mouth, his hand over her mouth where she couldn't scream. She has scratches on her face where she was trying to remove his hand, scratches on him. Then he took a pillow and smothered her with it till she passed out. I guess then he raped her. Well, as time went on, she never told a soul, because she was a young girl. She was embarrassed, never went to the hospital, never told a soul, just took care of the problem herself. She was too embarrassed to tell anybody, so she kept the secret to herself for years and years and years. Well, then later on, as time went on, she saw on Facebook, she had seen his page, and a lot of people seemed to have liked him, but they didn't know what he had done to her. Well, then suddenly he got sick and he died of prostate cancer. Okay, allegedly he was allegedly he was an essayer, essaying women, for a long time. But God took him out. He takes you out by what you're doing wrong. Okay, so he was using his body part to essay people. So his body part got infected, pretty much. It got cancer and he passed away. So this is what I'm saying. Don't ever think that God's not watching, God's not looking. He sees what you're doing, and that's why people pass away in certain ways, especially if they're doing something wrong. God will take you out. Okay, and then as far as these really famous people that die early, I believe that a lot of them go because you can't be bigger than God. Okay, you just can't be bigger than Him. Some of them get bigger than God. More people worship them than they worship God, so God takes them out. That's just the way it is. You can believe it, you can non-believe it. You know, it's up to you what you want to believe. But I do know that when you're doing something wrong, karma comes back. It comes back to you in a way. So just be careful what you do out there. And allegedly, I believe that's what happened to the Kirk man. He was using his voice to harass, to talk about people, to shame people, to just be this allegedly horrible person. So he got it in the throat. Karma. So I'm almost to my destination, so I'm going to end this talk here. I will be doing readings tonight, hopefully, after this meeting I'm going to have with my elders. And, yeah, and I'll be posting some more stuff. Alright, y'all, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Watch the videos. If you want a personal reading, text me with the number down below, and I'll get back at you. Alright, see you next time. Bye-bye.